So here's question 1. Now, half the battle with these type of questions is you need to make sure you weigh it out. So it's nice for you to actually understand what's going on. Okay, so we're subtracting one decimal number from another. So when you weigh it out, make sure the decimal points are just directly under each other. Okay, now what we've got is we're going to be working from right to left. So we have 4 minus 9. Now we can't do that, so we need to borrow 1 from the tens column. Okay, so that's now 14 minus 9, which we can do. So that gives us 5. Okay, again we've come to the same problem. We've got 4 minus 9, so we need to borrow another one. Now we can't borrow it from 0, so we need to borrow it from these two together. So that's going to go from 10 down to 9. Okay, so that's again, it's 14 minus 9 is 5. Now we'll keep the wee theme, decimal point, we'll have the decimal point here. Now we've got 9 minus 6, and that is 3, and it's in pounds. Now, when I said the tens column, I should have said the tenths column there, okay, but that's the first one. This one again, it's the decimals, so 34.5, and then we go times 6. So 5 times 6, well that's 30, okay, so we have the 0, and you can either carry the 3 up here or you have it down here, okay. So we've then got 4 times 6, that's 24, okay, plus the 3 is 27, so there's 7 here, and we'll carry this 2 down here. Then we've got 6 times 3, which is 18, plus the 2, which is 20. Now, that's not your final answer, because you need to remember that there's a decimal point, okay? And that decimal point comes down to here. A wee quick way, when you start multiplying two numbers with decimal points, you can actually come up with your final answer, and then you just count how many digits you have after the decimal points. We've only got one digit here, so that's why there's this one digit after your decimal point in your final answer. Now what we've got here is round the... So the next question is rounding the numbers to 2 decimal places. So that's the second decimal place in each number. Now we look at the actual number in the third decimal place, and that tells us if we should be rounding up or if we just stick to what it is. So if we look at this one, the third decimal place is a 7, so anything 5 or above, we move this up to a 2. Okay, so that is a 7, so that means it's going to be 12.52. Next one here, in the third decimal place is a 1, so we're just going to leave it. Okay, so that's 0.05, and last but not least, this is a 4, and again, it's below 5, so that means that this number is going to be left as well. Okay, so that's 12.94. Right, and question 4, we're going to write this in the smallest number first, okay? So, you can even think of these as 40%, 80%, 10%, etc. Right? So what we do is the first is 0.10. It's quite handy just scoring it off so you're not looking at it again. Next one is 0.12. Next one is 0.2. We've then got 0.4, 0.6, and then 0.8. Okay, so that's questions 1 to 4. Now, question 5 is we're going to be taking 30% of 75, or 750 should I say. Now, what you can do is you can actually just work out what 10% is. So 10%, okay, of 750. Now that's the same as basically saying 750 divided by 10. Okay, and 750 divided by 10 is 75. So we know that 10% is 75. Okay, so 10% equals 75. Now 30% is obviously, to get from 10 to 30, we're timesing that by 3. So to get from 75 to whatever 30% is, we're going to times that by 3 as well. Okay, so we can times that by 3. So 5 times 3 is 15, okay, so that's a 5, carry the 1, and then 3 times 7 is 21, plus the 1 is 22. Okay, so what you've got is you've got 30% of 750 is 225, and remember the units. Okay, so just work out 10% and then you can times it by 3. Now question 6 is converting the decimal to percentage. 23%, 6%, and 34%. Now question 7. Now what we have to do is we have to get all the A's in the left hand side and all the numbers on the right hand side, and that will let us solve for A. Okay, so what we've got is 3A and 2A, so we're going to take away 2A from both sides. Remember, it's an equation, so right now it equals, one side equals the other side. If you do something to one side, you have to do it to the other side. Okay, so we're left with A equals 10, and that's your answer. Okay, so 3A minus 2A is A, 2A minus 2A is nothing. Okay, again, we've got an equation that is equal, so anything you do to one side, you have to do to another. So we're going to take away 3A from both sides. Okay, so look at the side with the least amount of A's, and you can move them. And that's going to give us A minus 9 equals 12. So we've got a number, if you take 9 away from it, it gives you 12. So I'll just move it over here. So that's A minus 9 equals 12. Doesn't help that my A's and 9's look the same. Now we can add 9 to both sides just to get rid of 9 from the side that A is. So A equals 21. That's your answer there. And now we've got the last one here is we're going to take away 2A from both sides just to let the left hand side deal with the A's. That's 4A plus 9 equals 49. Again, just like we did in the last one, we'll take away 9 from both sides here. So we've got 4A equals 40. If we divide both sides by 4, we're going to then have A equals 10. Okay, and the last one in this sheet is 3/4 of 960. So, good thing to do is just take a quarter of it, okay? So it's just like the percentages, just take a quarter and then we can work it out from there, okay? So that's the same as 960 divided by 4, okay? And once we work out the quarter, we can times the answer by 3, but don't worry about that just now. So 960, if I can squeeze that in, over 4. Now, how many 4s go into 9? There's 2, and there's 1 left. Okay, and how many 4s go into 16? There's 4, and we've got 0 here. So we now know a quarter is equal to 240. So if we want to work out what 3/4 is, okay, we're going to actually times the quarter by 3. So 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 4 is 12, so that's a 2, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 7. Sorry, plus the 1 is 7. So your answer, sorry it's a wee bit cramped, but your answer is 720 grams. Hey, question 9, you need to remember body mass. Right, so what we've got here is we've got 7 times 2 plus 3 times, 7 times 3. So we're going to do the multiplication first. Right, so we're going to take care of these things first. So 7 times 2 is 14, plus 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, and then we can do the adding after. Okay, so 14 plus 21, that is 35 is your answer. Now, collecting like terms, what we want to do with this is we want to make sure that we go through it all. We're going to collect all the A's together. Okay, A squared is different from A, so don't put that in with these. going to collect in all the b's together, and we're going to collect in all the a squareds. Right, so let's collect in the a's. So that's 4a minus a, that's 3a. Okay, the b's is 3b. Remember, look at the sign in front of it, so that's plus 3b, and then we're going to add, or positive 3b, then we're going to add 2b, so that's plus 5b. Then we've got 3a squared, but it's a negative 3a squared, so that is why we're going to say minus 3a squared. Probably the worst a I've ever written. Okay, so just double check. So that's 4a minus a is 3a. That's 3b plus 2b is 5b, and then we've got this 3a squared. Now, substitution is you're just replacing these letters with numbers. So we've got a is equal to 9. So we've got 2 and then times 9. And we've got minus 5 times b, which is 3, plus 9 times c, which is 5. So we'll just do all the multiplication first, just like we do in BODMAS. So that's 18 minus 15 plus 45. Okay, so 18 minus, so we just work from left to right, okay? So you say you had 18 apples, and then you ate 15 of them, okay? That gives you 3 apples left, and then somebody gives you 45 apples. And that gives you altogether 48. Okay, now expanding is when you just, whatever's out of the bracket, you multiply what's in the bracket. So I'm going to go 7 times 2a, and then going to go 7 times 3b, and then going to go 7 times minus 8. Okay, so 7 times 2a is 14a. Plus 7 times 3b is 21b. Okay, then we go 7 times 8 is 56, but it's a minus 56. Okay, and that's part 1 of your homework.